Look, let's go. Happy Friday. Happy goddamn Friday. Let me get these ones real quick. Let's see. All right. Divested Dreamer. Thank you, Lady Lisa T. Sorry, babe. SG. Thank y'all for these ones. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Hey, Empress Leva. Hey, Discarded Roses is here. SG is here. June Brown's wife is here. Sarah Wilson is here. Unseely's here. Eve is here. Let's go, y'all. This is a motherfucking shame. Let's start out with this because we got a lot to cover. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Mexican Independence Day, right? If everybody is celebrating, I hope you got your tequila, you got your margaritas, and shout out to that group out there. Okay, it's not Tuesday, but have a taco. You feel me? Kind of confusing on Friday because it ain't Tuesday, but it is what it is. But we also got another anniversary to celebrate. The kitten. The goddamn kitten has been dead for a year. Y'all, Kevin Samuels has become maggot food, and it's been a year. Hey, what the fuck? Skeleton, can we get it popping? Kevin, can we get it popping again? Hey, fuck you, nigga. If y'all believe in the afterlife, you know he can hear you right now. All the shit you left behind, all your fanboys, your mammy bitches that also happen to be fans, can eat a dick. Suck it down to the base. Hopefully you feeding the ground, making compost, making the earth replenish itself with some wonderful crops so we can feed some of these dusty ass babies out here that you niggas left out here. Aaliyah, you got anything on Kevin goddamn Samuels?
Yeah, I would like to say shout out to the one of the most low down and down low motherfuckers on this side of YouTube. Yes, indeed. He works so diligently and talking much shit about black women and shit like that. So let us honor him tonight. And y'all in the chat, just please raise your glass and say, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. We're free at last. Let me stop.
Time flies when you're having fun. I didn't even know it had been a year. Some of my girls had to go ahead and remind me. It's like, that's it. That's it. It's only been a year. Bitch, every goddamn Cinco de Mayo, right? We're going to have to go ahead and celebrate you, considering the thing, the whatever that was standing there, Rosario, Jose, or whoever the fuck he was, she was, whatever it is, that you went on ahead and your heart stopped beating. It stopped, it gave the fuck out. You had so much hatred for black women in your heart that it couldn't stand it no more. You dropped motherfucking dead right there in public, hanging on to your car, trying to figure out how the fuck you gonna stop from hitting the goddamn ground, bitch. What's going on, Snapple?
Hey y'all, happy Friday.
Hey.
I remember the day I found out that thing took a dirt nap. I was so happy. I was like, this shit better not be fake news. And I am just so happy, black women. It's been a year that you haven't had to hear that ugly, broke, disgusting idiot with a microphone talking down, having the audacity to tell somebody that they were average at best while he was looking how he was looking. I mean, oh my God. I hope that the mammies who were calling into his show have woken up. Some of y'all might be over here with us now. Shout out to y'all if y'all have seen the light. I am so happy. I'm dancing. I'm having a drink. I'm so glad that bastard, that ugly, disgusting piece of shit is in the motherfucking ground. I hope he's burning and rotting in hell. And fuck anybody that's mourning the motherfucker. Fuck y'all too.
I'm
That
telling
is
you.
not a nice way to describe such a unique individual and shit. Y'all know he
Cheerleader.
was unique.
That motherfucker was a cheerleader, and those tight ass suits was giving. Y'all, if that motherfucker would have passed gas and them tight ass pants he had on, he would have been butt fucking naked round here because there was no motherfucking room for anything to go in there. You couldn't have slid a quarter in his back fucking pocket. Them pants were so goddamn tight. And I don't know how the fuck he breathed in them tight ass jackets. Bitch, was that a corset? Was that a corset while you're sitting up here telling motherfuckers that they average at best? Nigga, please. Your motherfucking face was so goddamn long. I wonder, that means your skeleton was long too, don't it? Okay, so if they can do facial reconstruction off of what somebody looked like based on their skeleton, your fucking skeleton had to, your head, your facial bones had to be as long as I 95 round there, bound around there to Florida, huh?
Any
Bitch.
girls be feeling better up, boy, can you hit it? Any girls that are big but this. Any girls that are big but this. Any girls.
You funky ass slut. And you bitches that love him, you can kiss me from top to bottom. I'm not telling you to kiss my ass. I'm telling you to kiss me all over from head to toe. Kyra, what you got on the funky monkey?
Good evening, ladies, and happy Cinco de Mayo. And look, today is a day to celebrate and commemorate the death of the kitten. Now, you said, Aaliyah, that he was unique. I say he's average at best. I mean, doesn't he sound just like these other grapes we hear on YouTube denigrating black women?
Oh, absolutely. But I know you remember that yearbook
Oh,
comment.
oh, I remember the yearbook. What he needs to do is because you remember a while back they said we were a coven over here on the panel. Look,
Oh,
so the spirit of Kitten Hills needs to go ahead and invite his fellow YouTube Manosphere cicadas to join him in hell.
Let me make sure that nobody's in their feelings. Because guess what? We already have guests in the back. And you gonna fuck around and find out. Afro diaspora or whatever the fuck your name is. Are you dusty?
Well, fam, you're not even funny when you ask that question no more. You gotta switch it
Oh
up.
my God.
Oh,
I'm not
Really,
your
you're not even funny
family.
no more.
I'm not your
You gotta
fucking
switch it up.
family.
who
Listen,
the fuck is
listen,
trying to?
here's the deal. Let me tell you, Dusty motherfucker, something. Let me give you some tips. Okay? You don't come up here talking over me. You won't last. That's the quickest way to get your broke ass, dusty ass. Ooh, I almost said it. Oh my God. Let me slow down. Let me slow down, take a breath because you almost caught the F word up here. Okay. And all the other content creators know that we all just got notices about sensitive content and that type of shit there. That's why y'all seeing all of these warnings before you click certain videos. So let me calm down. Don't you come up here attempting to talk over me. Do you know that you are a black man? Do you know what a black man is? It is the scum of the earth. It's the bottom of the totem pole. It's the desperation. The only way that you get anything done is through folks like my husband. Now, Dusty bitch, are you feeling a way about the kitten being compost and maggot food?
Your kid's gonna look more like me than your husband. That's a fact. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it. Let's talk about reality. You breeding your husband race out.
Oh my
You
god.
breeding your husband race out.
Oh my god. This boy here, just listen. That was weak. Y'all, I'm trying to put on a good show for Friday, and I can't even get any dust, any real dust, any real mammy bitches to call up here. Listen, divested Aphrodite, are you dusty?
Hi DZ, can you hear me?
Are you dusty?
No, DZ.
Okay, what you got, dear?
Um, I wanted to come up on here and first ask, how are y'all celebrating Kevin Samuel's death?
Because we can. I love it. I
It's
love that he's
okay.
dead. I
And
love
what's
that
it
he's
to
dead.
you? What's
I
it to
love
you?
it.
Oh no, I asked, how are you guys celebrating? Like, how are you guys gonna
Oh,
celebrate?
okay. I thought you were saying like how, like that was the question. Oh, I'm feeling lovely today. I think I'll have me a taco later.
I wanted to mostly come on here to warn the mammies who still haven't divested that they're now protesting for that Dusty, what's his name, Jordan Neely.
We're getting ready to get into all of that, but we're actually talking about a dusty punk ass kitten that wore tight ass fucking pants and tight suits and that told you you were average at best. You got anything on that beautiful lady?
Oh yeah. I just think it's funny how Kitten Heel Samuel was telling black women that they were gonna die old and alone when that's exactly how he died.
He didn't even manage to get old. That man was in his 50s. Okay. I guess that's old in the black community, being that you hit the wall at 25, according to them. So I guess he was double that, I guess. But yeah, I'm very happy that he's dead. And whenever you ladies feel are having a bad day and you're feeling a little sad, just remember Kevin Samuels is dead. That ought to brighten your day. That ought to start your day off a little bit better than what it was. Just remember he's no longer here, right?
Yeah. One more thing I just wanted to say, I think it's very sad to see how some black women are still defending him. But I think that just goes to show how even mammies really don't defend other black women in any manner.
Let me ask you
And
something, Aphrodite. Are you newly divested?
I've been completely divested since last year, but I will say I am young.
Okay. Okay. Because the fact that black women are defending a black man should never surprise you. Ever. They will always defend black men. When you see them doing that, that's par for the course. They're going to defend them no matter what. No matter whether he's around here sucking more dick than them, lying to them, degrading them, not building anything for them, touching their children in really bad ways, leaving them as single mothers, right? They're always going to defend them, and that includes that dead fucking kitten, Kevin Samuels. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody got anything else on this motherfucker before I move on to the Holy Trinity?
Yeah, because people usually get up in their feelings when we talk about their daddy. They're still addressing him as the godfather and all kind of bullshit. And it's like, he's fucking dead. Let it go. Okay? Move the fuck on. All right?
Those of y'all that are trying to fill in his shoes ever since he turned into the dead kitten, you got a long way to go. First of all, number one, get you some tight suits. Number two, you got to talk like this. How much do you weigh? What is your dress size? You got to get that voice down, Pack. You got to do that. Be very degrading. Number two, be very patient. Because I remember when he was a nothing ass motherfucker on these YouTube streets, begging to get on everybody's panel, right? You're going to have to make sure that you're willing to sit up there, drink a billion Red Bulls. Also, you're going to have to be a lush. You have to also have a camera slip up where they're showing your man laying in the bed after you done broke his booty hole walls wide the fuck open and then pretend like you don't know what the fuck's going on. So there's a lot of work that got to be put in. And that goes for you mammies that's trying to fill his shoes too. You're not going to be able to fill them because you come from a community that does not respect you. So go ahead and hang up your microphone and divest already, bitch. Huh? Let's go.
DZ,
What's
Do
up?
you
they
have a
all.
big dick?
What?
You remember?
I
Remember
forgot
that?
he asked somebody that shit. He damn sure did. He
I remember
asked
that.
Yeah, I remember that he used to ask men, do you have a big dick?" And then everybody was supposed to pretend like he was, Kitten was not of the Roy G. Biv persuasion. Okay, that's all. Sorry, Snapple. Go ahead.
It's okay. I was just gonna say he gotta look like the whoever's trying to take his place. They gotta look like Mandark from Dexter's Lab, but they have to have an ashy gray complexion that just looks like he already looked like a motherfucking corpse. He looked embalmed anyway. So I'm glad he's dead now to match his face, his ugly face.
He looked like
Damn,
one of
y'all
those
colder than a
African
motherfucker.
masks. You know those
Y'all
long,
cold.
those long ass African masks that have like the scary eyes. That's what he used to look like. His vision was bad, and we come to find out his heart bad. When the last time his what did they used to call him? High value when he was alive. High value men. Y'all don't go to the doctor, huh? Y'all don't go to the doctor. Why you didn't have an EKG so that your doctor can tell you, hey boy, you got a heart of an 85-year-old man. You might want to sit your ooh. Yeah, moving right along. I gotta start.
DZ,
Yes, ma'am.
can I say one last thing about Kitten Heels?
Go right ahead.
I wanted to speak on how Mammies and Dusties are saying we can't make fun of his death and how that's
You still care.
wrong.
You still care. That's why I asked you, were you newly divested? Because I don't give a fuck what they say. They say all kind of crazy shit. But their opinion doesn't matter. Their community doesn't add to the GDP of this country. Nothing that you use today, I can guarantee you, was created by nobody in that community. So what they say and what they think don't mean a goddamn thing around this motherfucker. So let them say whatever the fuck they want to. I don't give a shit what a mammy think, what a Dusty think. They can take their opinion and fuck themselves real slow with it and put on some goddamn romantic R&B, maybe some R. Kelly. Turn some R. Kelly on and fuck yourself with your opinion.
Yeah. But I think it's actually really disgusting how they can defend him, but whenever a Black woman is killed, that can be justified. They can come up with all sorts of excuses when it's a Black woman, but no matter how evil a Dusty is, we automatically have to show respect, and I'm not for that.
Now, DZ, I think you chose the wrong artist. I think for Kitten Heels, that playing Luther Vandross or Freddie Jackson would have been more appropriate because, they were both, secret.
Kyra, you getting started too early now. We're gonna have to send you to the corner now. Well, now, yeah, you get the Luther and Freddie shade just ain't right.
Y'all. So let's do the family tree real quick, shall we? The 3 people on our thumbnail are some of the most disgusting human beings that ever walked the planet. But the Black community love disgusting human beings and they will fight for them. The Black community loves criminals. They love thieves. They love confused ass people. And they keep bringing up this mental health thing. Let me tell y'all something about mental health. That does not give you the right to fuck other people up. You are going to have to talk about the control group of people that actually have mental health issues that don't fuck people up. So having mental health issues does not give you an excuse to go on a rampage. I hope that we're clear about that shit. every time y'all give people excuses, they just kids, they got mental health disorders, they grew up bad, all this shit here, those people that are horrible, they take note of that and they know what to say when they fuck up. They say, I'm a minor. I got mental health issues. I got PTSD. I got ADHD. I got ABCDFG. I'm bipolar. I grew up poor. They know all this shit. They sit around while y'all sitting up here pontificating and taking notes as to why somebody did some shit instead of y'all punishing and making consequences for motherfuckers that do shit. Right? They not stupid. Y'all are being disrespectful to people that actually take care of their mental health. It's a lot of people out here struggling with mental health disorders, and they go to the doctor, they take their medication, they're harmless to other people in the community. And whenever you bless motherfuckers with mental health disease, when they go on rampages, you ought to be ashamed of your fucking self. You're embarrassing people that are being responsible. Just because you got mental health disorder don't mean you can't be responsible. Is that what it is? Because the people that ain't got mental health, but they pretending like they got mental health disorders, they're taking note of that. They're just going to tell you that they're mentally ill whenever they fuck up 5 people, 10 people, touch a little girl, whatever. Y'all got to stop with these excuses. Let's go. So, who that? Who the fuck is that? Because every time I show y'all a black woman, normally she's no longer with us, right? She's no longer with us. That woman right there, her name is Christy. Her last name is actually Neely. Well, it was. It was. Let me scroll down a little bit because she was killed and stuffed inside of a suitcase by this man right here. Okay? His name is Sean Sutherland. These are the people that raised Jordan Neely. When I tell you the black community is trash, I mean that shit. It does not matter the generation. It does not matter the circumstances. It does not matter the income or any of that shit. They are trash. This is generational bullshit that's going on here. And I'm not going to be able to show you guys that goddamn video because YouTube is on this bullshit right here. They are doing this to news stations. They're doing it to very popular YouTube creators that came out early as soon as the story hit. Y'all, this is why I don't do the stories as soon as they come out. I want to see where the shit lands first. Okay? Because had I brought my ass here day before yesterday with the bullshit, trying to be the first one that covers the story, you would have seen this message right here before you click the live if you did the playback. Black men are the most protected motherfucker on the planet. How many times have I told you that? This boy right here, here he is, Jordan Neely. He jumped on a goddamn train and was making statements such as, let's go down to the statements real quick. We'll go back up there. This comes from a video that also has that goddamn message in front of it. The video, you gotta tell motherfuckers that you're grown and you're not sensitive and all this shit before you can listen to a news report. This is the world we living in. Jordan says he wants food. He's not taking no for an answer. I'm ready to go back to jail. And he said, I'll hurt anyone on this train. Now, if you was on that train and there was somebody who's a decorated veteran that said, not today. Not today. I'm not going to let him hurt anybody. Let me go ahead and protect everybody that's on this train from this maniac that's on this train. Take him down. Now, remember, if you want to harken back to the 15 minutes he held him down, well, you can thank the mammies for that. Why, DZ? Oh, because there's a police shortage. Yeah, it's going to take a little while before the cops can get there. Mammies, you could have saved this nigga's life had you not defunded the police. Now it's taking 15 minutes, 20 minutes, in some places an hour and a half before you can get a cop to come help you. Right? So he was in this chokehold for 15 minutes. Black men don't go to the doctor at all. So he didn't survive the takedown. Oh, fucking well. What y'all gonna fuck around here and do and make it to where nobody protects you. I see you mammies on y'all channels talking about, oh, everybody's videotaping and nobody's jumping in to help. Guess why? Because you do shit like this when a motherfucker comes in to help. You mean to tell me you want us to be mad at a man that was protecting people on a train that served this country over a criminal that has been arrested. Let me not misquote. 42 times in the last 10 years. Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Seriously, because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here half the time. I don't know. Is this real life? Do I need to pinch myself because this is what's happening right now? You mean to tell me that this motherfucker here is the one that matters? The one that was threatening folks? The one that went on ahead and punched a 64-year-old woman in the face, broke her nose and her orbital bone? Really? Oh, that's not enough for you? Let's keep going. All right. They went on ahead and put out here that he punched a 64-year-old man in the face. And don't you male identified. That should have hit you a little bit more. Huh? The attempted kidnapping of the 7-year-old girl. I know that don't get you because you hate little girls. Aaliyah, you got anything? Because I'm rambling.
Oh, absolutely. And see, I just want y'all to note how hypocritical and full of shit this community is. See, they swiftly hurried up and found out this man's entire identity. That's what they do. When they let you know this is what they spend their time and their resources toward. See, but when something happens to one of you or your children, they can't find a person to save their life. I said, see, oh, so this goes to show you that they can find somebody when they really, really want to. This is sad. See, they think they can hurt, harm, and kill people with impunity every day while hiding behind oppression, poverty, and mental illness the majority of the time to avoid any type of accountability. But they seem to want justice to be fair and swift when something happens to one of them, no matter how out of pocket that individual may have been at the time of their demise. And I also found it very interesting, and I'm glad you brought up his mom, because the news, especially CNN, kept mentioning the trauma he was dealing with from losing his mother. No. We've already established that we don't get to use that to excuse certain behavior, correct? Because didn't Megan Thee Stallion lose her mother and grandmother within 2 weeks of each other? Was she shown any sympathy or allowed any grief over that? So no, sir, we won't be applying that to this situation either, and to no situation from here on out, since grief is not an acceptable excuse. This dude's mama died almost 16 years ago. And see, this is how you know that they will hop on any excuse they can to justify their behavior. See, the regular people are getting sick and tired of these things running amok. Nobody has time to figure out what your intentions are or to wait to see what you plan on doing. They're just going to snatch your ass up at this point. Not everybody's going to sit around and see if you're possibly going to pull out a weapon, attack somebody, or react violently, or they're not going to worry about any of that when you start acting erratically in public spaces. And that includes public transportation in this case. You can pipe down, sit your ass down, or get choked out. And we keep telling y'all that people are not going to keep putting up with this shit, not your verbal and physical abuse or having to walk on eggshells for you. So it's my suggestion to all you community activists that if you truly care about these things, get them in line or somebody else will. I don't know how many times we have to say it. Never mind the fact that what he was ranting about was really nobody else's problem but his. But since the claim is that so many of them are thriving and making six figures, there's simply no reason that this should have occurred. Besides, it's not like he himself was an elderly man. He was a sound mind to know that he wanted to be an entertainer because he was a Michael Jackson impersonator. So where was his people to give him the break that he needed so he wouldn't have to rant on a public subway? And see, I'm sure this man had been doing this type of thing for a while. So where was all this mental help from his people if y'all felt like he was unstable? See, we have all these therapists walking around. This was a missed opportunity. This was a missed opportunity. So am I mad at Brad? Absolutely not. He neutralized the threat. That's all I care about.
Y'all gonna make it to where people quit stepping in, okay? Your men don't step in whatsoever. They gonna videotape and screen World Star or whatever the newest goddamn website is. Y'all don't know what manhood looks like. He was supposed to do exactly what he did. If there's no police presence, who the fuck wants to be a cop at this point? I don't goddamn blame him. But Ain't nobody gonna sit around and just let you attack them. I don't give a fuck how hungry you are. Starve to death, bitch. You need to do something about your goddamn life. Grab you a tin cup and sit somewhere, and hopefully somebody has some grace for you and put some shit in that cup. You don't get on no train threatening no motherfucker. Snapper, what you got?
It's the fact that the racist justice system only gave him 4 months in jail for trying to kidnap a 7-year-old girl. Yeah, that is despicable. Aside from everything else, I'm so happy that Zaddy stepped in to protect those people, those passengers. I can't imagine. I feel for the people that have to take public transportation a lot. I can't imagine being in an enclosed space with a character like that saying that they don't care if they will do life in prison. They ready to get it popping. Like, come on now. That's nobody should have to deal with that. People are trying to go to work. People are trying to run errands. They're on their way to their doctor's appointments. Don't nobody have fucking time for y'all sons, uncles, and cousins and them harassing people on the subway. And it's disgusting. That community, I can't. This is giving Saint Fentanyl 2.0. And shout out to the conservative zaddies on YouTube that have not been playing. They have been covering this. They have been stating the facts. Fuck that Michael Jackson impersonator bullshit. They try to make it seem like he was some wholesome street performer with a dream. No, he was a criminal, assaulting children and the elderly and threatening people. So it's giving good riddance. And I hope that Brad does not get charged. I heard he lawyered up. So
Good.
yeah, he did what he needed to do. And thank you for your service.
Fun fact, people, get your pen and paper. People with mental illness are more of a danger statistically to themselves. Did you hear what I said to you? Statistically speaking, people with mental illness are more of a danger to themselves. These motherfuckers that y'all keep labeling mentally ill, those are just sociopaths and motherfucking criminals, like Snapple just got finished saying. Y'all got to knock this shit off, right? Here's the deal. Ladies, you have divested from that community. Don't look back. You see in real time what's going on. They love criminals in the black community, especially if you got a dick. Oh my God. Oh my God. There are so many protests going on for this boy right now. It makes no fucking sense. And you let them put up anything having to do with this Marines lawyers fees or whatever, I'm donating. You got me fucked up. We cannot let that man go to jail because there is not going to be anybody left to protect. They want anarchy, ladies. They've never liked the justice system. Never liked the justice system. If he puts up some sort of goddamn crowdfunding or whatever, I'm going to throw my leg over my husband's leg, get real sexy and say, have you seen this story? Can we donate? That's what the fuck I'm going to do because this is ridiculous. I would hate to think that the community, not the black community, I'm talking about the community, society in general, is not going to be able to step in when they see somebody in distress. The man saved a train full of people. Kyra, what you got?
Well, you notice he said that he wanted to go back to jail, and we've talked about this before on this panel. You see, you mammies who protested for reduced jail sentences and bail reform and all that shit, you're not listening to the black males that you claim to love so much. They like going to jail. He didn't want to be on the subway. He said he was hungry. Guess what? In jail, they feed him 3 times a day. That's what he wanted to do. Leave them in jail.
Out of the 42 times he was arrested, y'all, for all of this violence and all this child kidnapping and all this shit here, out of the 42 times, he spent a cumulative, hold your seatbelt, of 15 months in jail. Do you know, out of 10 years, being arrested 42 times, that's 4 times a year plus, you'd have to be arrested quarterly every year for 10 years in order to accomplish how many times this motherfucking thriller wannabe got arrested. I shit you the fuck not. Let me put my banner up because we got somebody in the back. Oh, Cheshire Cat, are you dusty?
No, I'm not Dusty. Good evening, DZ. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. What you got, boo?
Okay. Um, I really just wanted to say I know how it can be so frustrating for you because you feel like you're not doing the Lord's work, but I need to just reassure you as a 41-year-old Black woman that you are, particularly this week. I was waiting for this broadcast because I have been infuriated, particularly over the two stories that have been going viral in the community. Number one with Ebony Williams and the other one with the brat. And both of the reactions to both of those stories has just infuriated me. And it's really shown the community for where their priorities are and what they really think about Black women.
Oh,
They show a
absolutely.
Cheshire Cat. They show that shit every day. It doesn't
I
even have to be a story like this one, or the brat choosing white sperm, or Saint Fentanyl, or whoever the fuck. They've shown this shit over and over. And when you have dead time, what I mean by that is where there's nothing that's gone viral, people tend to start getting more and more pro-black because it's quiet. But then when they do some stupid shit like this, they have to all of a sudden divest all over again. This shit is stupid. It's corny. It's whack. It's lame, and it's very nerve wracking. You got? Are you juggling your phone?
I just plugged in my earbud. Am I making any kind of crackling? Because I'll unplug it if I am.
No, you're not crackling now. It just sounded like you was juggling a little bit.
Okay. I don't want to stay up here too long. I just wanted to just give you your flowers, DZ, and thank you for this platform. You are unfortunately a minority voice, but it's one that is very necessary and very needed right now because it's not getting any better. And the more Black women that discover your platform, because I can't be the only one that feels like this. And the more Black women that find your platform, they will feel validated. Their feelings will be, oh wow, I'm not crazy. I've been gaslit this whole time. It's
Uh-oh. Sound like somebody took her. Look, y'all.
Oh,
oh
and
hello.
see,
Hello?
mm,
Yeah,
Hello?
you dropped out for a second.
Oh my damn earbuds. I'm sorry. Um you're the longer that you will stay here, I know that you will find more Black women who will feel validated by your message because I
Yeah.
can't be the one feeling gaslit out here and feeling like, oh, why is it such a demon energy for a Black woman to have standards, boundaries, and expectations? The bar is in hell, and I'm tired of it. And the collective hive is really starting to make me hate them. And I don't
I
apologize.
know, girl. I've been hating black people. Here's the deal. I heard you, Cheshire Cat, and I heard Divested Aphrodite. She said, y'all be talking about all the hell black people give you for thinking the way that you think. Y'all got to stop dealing with black folk. Okay. I know when you first found my channel, the shit sound extreme, but guess what? Get your ass away from them. Their opinion doesn't mean anything. When they're not heard, all they're going to do is tear up a Walgreens in their community, right? And then they're not going to have anywhere to shop, and that's going to be their own fucking business. It is what it is. But their opinions, y'all got to stop giving a fuck. This social media bullshit, y'all got to stop caring what they think. Y'all, if you Google anything having to do with this platform, it's going to be negative after negative after negative. You're going to see some divested women saying positive things, and shout out to y'all. But the black community is never ever going to have a positive outlook on you expanding your options, getting away from that community, saying what the facts are. Okay, because we've spilled nothing but facts here. He was a fucking Michael Jackson impersonator. He tried to kidnap a 7-year-old girl. He punched a 64-year-old woman. He punched a 64-year-old man. He went on ahead and threatened everybody on the train. How in the fuck do you have a problem with these facts? Ultimately, you got a problem with that nigga, but you don't want me saying anything about it because you want to still fucking make that right mammy ass bitch.
Mm-hmm. And I live in New York, and everybody was real quick to jump on. Oh, he could have released him. I'm like, but what did he do to get in that chokehold in the first place? I'm sorry, I'm a New Yorker. My cousin commutes to NYU every day. I worry about her every day on public transit. These people are operating in a heightened sense of caution everywhere they go because of behavior like that. So no, I'm not going to side with the guy that did something on that train that made that veteran feel like he needed to go in the go time.
Shout
So
out to the veteran, and shout out to you, Cheshire Cat, for putting it out there. And thanks for the flowers, and thanks for the flowers in the chat. Y'all black women, they're not gonna they're not gonna be able to. People that actually do like me, some of them can't say it either because they worried about what motherfuckers gonna say in the black community. Y'all got to quit worrying about that
and
shit.
see, I would like to say one last thing about the Ebony K thing, and then I'm done with it. Because see, we kind of went in kind of hard on that at the last live stream. But to be honest with y'all, Ebony K is really starting to piss me off. And here's what I think about everything I've heard since our last live stream, minus our stolen commentary. Because, see, I, for one, am not big on constantly having to explain myself, particularly to people like DJ Envy, who are only trying to find fault with what you're saying when it's clear they're only listening to respond, not listening to understand where you're coming from so they can feel justified in their need to A, disagree with you, what you said, just to be oppositional, B, have a problem with what you said just to be patronizing, C, not like what you said just to be argumentative, most often because they really don't like you for whatever reason, and D, all of the above. And see, that's what it is. At this point, Ebony needs to understand that she is having a debate that she won't win. She won't be able to say anything right. She won't be able to say anything to fix this, because this is what Blackistan does when the black man gets his feelings hurt or is offended by anything. Now, she would have been wrong had she brought up the way he publicly humiliated. I'm sorry, the way he publicly humiliated his own wife. So he has no right to be telling another woman what she should be willing to accept in a relationship. Now, she would have been wrong had she brought that up. That's why these males know exactly which group of women to fuck with. And he knew Ebony wasn't prepared to go there, because that would have been a low blow, right? But it's okay for him to bring up her personal life, though. And see, this is not a cape for her, because she's not saying shit that divestors haven't been saying on here for a while now. But what she needs to know, we've seen this story play out time and time again. They try to bully people into apologizing, backing down, or seeing things their way. But just know that it's impossible to be honest with a group of unreasonable ass people who have a victim mentality. It's no different than when you're trying to have a conversation with a mammy ass bitch when they are determined to go against their own best interests constantly in order to cape for an ungrateful ass group of men. This is why they are so determined to tell other women that there is great reward in struggling, being unhappy, and being broke with a broke ass group of men. When the gag is, these same men often find wives who make way more money than they do, with way better careers than they have, and way more educated than they are. And that's some hypergamy for your ass, but it's too bad y'all are hustling backwards, and only in Blackistan is this backward ass logic acceptable. At the same time, it's okay for them to shame project women, single mothers, black women, dark-skinned black women, older black women, fat black women, and pretty much embarrass all black women publicly by stating everything that they don't want in a woman, while people consider that having a preference. At the same time, these are the same people who will then turn around and completely attack you for having your own preferences if they don't align with the way that they want you to think. You aren't allowed to say what you don't want in a man if it offends the black man's delicate sensibilities. So you can't ask for money, protection, security, fidelity, or a motherfucking thing. And I don't know in what world do they think that any black woman who is in her right mind is going to sit around and constantly accept this mistreatment and disrespect. And they've always been able to dish it, but they can't take it. And you see, the first thing they all did, including Kim Whitley's funky ass, was to start taking digs at her age and her single status, because that's what these bitches do when you attempt to speak up for the lack of options that black women have in accomplished and successful black men. Mind you, I'm not speaking on the women over here because we're so far past these conversations, it's not funny. I just want y'all newbies to see how full of shit this community is. Those of us in this camp know exactly where this shit always goes, which is absolutely nowhere. And this is why you can't pay me to go back to Blackistan and black men. Blackistan can kiss my whole ass. And this bullshit is why they haven't made any progress in all this time. They've actually regressed, if anything. And it's the regression that is getting exponentially worse as we speak. Who in the fuck wants to live like this and eventually die like this? They act like the black woman was just put here to fuck, impregnate, work, struggle, and just be happy with not getting our asses kicked until we die. And that's not how you should want your life to be for the sake of having a black man. I'm sorry, I'm done.
That's exactly what the fuck they think. And too many black women are willing to sign up for that bullshit. That's where I get irritated at. You feel me? Murmurcorn, I'm bringing you up. And let me see, Homelander, are you Dusty? Okay, I'm removing you, Homelander. I don't got time for the bullshit. How you doing, Murmurcorn?
Hi, DZ. Hi, ladies. I am
Hey.
doing well. I just came on to say that I appreciate my brother in arms for everything that he did on that train. And I just want to point out that I think a couple of lives ago, you showed yet another incident on a train. This one, I think, was in Chicago with the young girls that were being harassed, and no one stepped in. But
Mm,
here we are in a situation where someone stepped in, and yet all hell has broken loose because how dare he subdue a threat? And I just hope that he, since he's a veteran, especially a Marine veteran, Ura, says that his PTSD was triggered, and he also
yes.
suffers from mental health issues, the
Since we
same way
playing
that
that
these
game.
makers always suffer from mental health issues when they go about their day killing everyone except themselves, excuse me, unaliving everyone except themselves. So
Right.
I hope he has a very good lawyer, and
Mm-hmm.
anyone who is a service member understands that all of us at some point go through some sort of mental health crisis. And I really hope that he has a lawyer that
I'm
pulls that card the
so
same way that they pull that card.
I'm so glad you brought that up. There's such a thing called situational depression, right? That's a mental health disorder. Okay. When you lose somebody to death that you love, or you lose a job that you really, really liked and they downsize and that type of stuff, you're temporarily depressed. And when you don't deal with it in a functional way, they diagnose you with situational depression. So, are we able to go ahead and just tear up shit and threaten folks on trains? I don't think so. If anybody, I can listen, y'all. Like they say in the law, you could prosecute a ham sandwich if you wanted to. If you take your ass, anybody that can hear me right now, if you take your ass to a therapist and say the right thing, any one of you can be diagnosed with a mental health disorder. Any one of you. Okay? It doesn't take a lot of goddamn math to figure out that these motherfuckers are using mental health to get away with certain shit, to start race baiting, to start all this bullshit. Okay, so if they brought back mandatory institutionalization, watch how many people all of a sudden get mentally well. So if they instituted a law that said if you are suffering from a mental disease, you have to be locked away. We'll take care of you. We make sure that you eat, you got shelter, your health care is on us. Since you're mentally ill, we have to pull you off the streets. Watch how sharply mental health instances decrease. Okay? Everybody ain't gonna be mentally ill all of a sudden. The shit gets on my goddamn nerves. Right? I can't. Shout out to the Marine. I hope that he gets away with helping, because that was his only crime. He helped, he protected, he saw a threat, and he detained it. You're not going to sell me the narrative that he tried to kill him. He tried to subdue him. And that raggedy motherfucker couldn't handle being subdued. That's how that went. So, if you got a weak heart, right? If you got poor physical health, you might not want to jump on a train and start threatening people, because there might very well be a Marine there that ain't going. Okay? Snapple, I know you got shit to do, so I want to put the mic back on you in case you have to drop off.
Okay, well, I just want to shout out to Murmurcorn. She came through. I didn't even think about that. That is, I hope Zaddy is in the clouds and his lawyer. They taking notes. Shout out to y'all. That's all. But yeah, and Aaliyah definitely was preaching. So thank you for giving me the mic. I gotta hop off early a little bit, y'all. But please continue to roast these motherfuckers
We
tonight.
got you.
I'll
We got
catch
you,
y'all
We
in the
boo.
got you.
playback.
And have a good time, honey. Have a good time.
Absolutely. Look, my impatient folks in the back. Aisha B, I was on my way back there, girl. They be like, God damn it, come get me. Jeezy, you taking too long. Shut the fuck up and check your back room.
Oh, and be safe, Snapple. Always be safe.
Yes. Ashley B, is this your account or are you Dusty? Mm-mm-mm.
Oh
Uh, uh,
no, 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 Dizzy, I'm not Dusty. Can you hear me?
uh-huh. Cut your camera off.
Hi. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh,
I hit the
uh-oh,
wrong button.
uh-oh, uh-oh. You got a lot of background noise, girl. A lot of
Oh
it.
no. Oh
Mm,
no.
mm. Mm.
Is this better?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, now I can't hear you. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Let me move this. Now, whoever this is, you got 3 seconds to get off that goddamn mute button because I don't like when you fill the show with dead air. Homelander, are you dusty?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Share some dust.
I would like to
Weren't you
tell you.
twerking in the chat Tuesday too as well?
Yes.
So we've been waiting on you. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And well, what you're doing is embarrassing.
No,
You're
you are actually
no, shut the
embarrassing,
fuck
but
up.
I'm
You,
no,
Aaliyah,
and or what?
no,
Or what? Or
shut
what?
up. You
Or
are
what?
worshiping white men
I
and other
can't.
men. You
I love
Or what?
white men. They are fucking
shut the fuck up.
amazing. My God, they're
She
amazing.
And they don't like you. Most white men don't look down on black people, including you.
Sing it, Homelander. Get it, girl. Sing it, Homelander. Let's go. Let's go. I love me some white men. They're fucking amazing. They went on ahead and subdued your boy. Saved a whole bunch of women on the train. What you got, heifer? Get it. Shake that ass. Hey, shake it. Mammy your ass off. I love this shit. Get it, bitch. Talking about shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up, bitch. We got this shit rocking. Yes. Talk about shut up. Girl, you out of your damn mind. I'm in the chat. I'm turking. What you're doing is embarrassing. No, you mammies are embarrassing.
You're embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. I bet your motherfucking ass got a whole bunch of unchecked diseases. What's happening, boo?
I don't have
You came up to take up for the niggas. Really? Nah, boo. This ain't the place to take up for niggas. Hey. What? I can't. You good, Homelander? You ready to go back to the clouds?
No.
It's so embarrassing that she showed up Tuesday and then came back Friday just for the opportunity to tell us that. Okay.
Homelander, it's gonna be okay.
You're the
I know you
actual
want.
mammies.
I know that you want the community
You're
to
the
get
mammies.
together.
You're the one
Oh
worshipping white
my
men. That's what
goodness.
mammies mean.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Hey, Homelander, how did you think that choke video went? Wasn't it wonderful? It was well placed, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, it was well placed. It was full formed, right? He got right by the carotid artery and he squeezed and put that nigga down. And that was wonderful. Now get your funky ass from up here.
She was a
Weird
fan.
ass.
Poor thing. You're a fan. That's what it is.
When you lose oxygen to your brain, you kind of go to sleep a little bit. Unfortunately, that boy didn't wake back up. Or fortunately, just depending. But I'm talking to Homelander right now. Huh? Let me move this shit from up here. We the mammies. Sounding like your daddy black ass shit. Child, bye.
Yeah, we're the mammies, but she came back for
She'll
the
be back.
second time this week.
She'll be
And
back.
she'll be back next week too.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm. Who this, y'all? Let's go on down. Yes. Our second patron saint. Ladies, do y'all remember that meme? I'm just going to describe it for you. It was very popular around 2013, 2014, when memes were just everybody was posting meme. Everybody was meme crazy. And they had a picture of a little white boy. And I guess it was his school picture and he was smiling. It was just a regular run of the mill picture, nothing extravagant about it. And he was smiling in the picture and the caption said, smiling and mass shooter. Notice you haven't seen that meme lately. They try to pretend like white men pull mass shootings. It seems to me that the most recent mass shootings from the past goddamn, what, 5, 6 months have been you guys. So that meme kind of got tucked away and it's no longer available on the internet. But there was a time on Facebook where you couldn't look at nobody black timeline and it didn't say smiling mass shooter. Ladies, this is the Atlanta shooter. He went to a clinic to, I guess, try to get him some Ativan, according to his mama. Ativan is a benzo. It's very addictive. It's for anxiety. And people with addictive personalities tend to abuse that shit. Well, he went there to get another set of it, and the doctor was like, not today. So, whenever a Dusty doesn't get what he wants, everybody around him has to pay. He had his mother taken up for him again, saying that he was mentally ill. From what I understand, he's also from the armed forces. I don't know how he was discharged. I didn't bother reading up on it. He's Dusty. That's all I needed to know. I think he was part of the Coast Guard. But what didn't get past me, y'all, is that all of his victims, check it out, they were all women. One died, 4 in the hospital. When I tell you that these motherfuckers here can't stand women because they're very jealous of women, that's why they critique you so hard. They're trying to tell you what they would be if they were women, when that's a whole goddamn lie. You're not going to tell me, looking at the city of Atlanta, that there were no men around. He made sure that all 100% of his victims were women. Let's talk about that wall. He shot women of various ages. Didn't matter how old they were. They were women, so he put them down or made an attempt to do so. Y'all, when I tell you these motherfuckers do not like women and children, I mean that shit. You're not going to fix your mouth and tell me that that wasn't done purposefully. And of course, his mother got up on the news, fake crying and pump faking about somebody should have helped him. You know, he's mentally ill. You know, he was trying his best. You know, he was doing what he could. This boy here was only 24, 25 years old and already not handling life. Around that age, you're still building. At least you're supposed to be. Around 25 years old, if you've taken yourself to college, you're probably in the middle of trying to get your master's around that age. Around that time, stuff is a little tough, stuff is a little tight if you haven't opened up your own business and got, shit started. Stuff is going to be a little tough. But black males cannot handle adulthood. They only can function as children. What he just pulled here was a tantrum. And thanks to you ladies for checking on me, because me and Aaliyah live in Georgia, and making sure that we were not anywhere in the area where this fool was out here releasing his tantrum onto the women over there in Midtown Atlanta. Aaliyah, you got anything on this?
Yeah, I remember when this story had just happened and I sent it to you immediately. I mean, like it had literally within minutes. So it really wasn't much detail that had came out about it. We knew who, we saw who did it. But I mean, hey, Homelander, hey, bitch, ain't this one of your kings? Since you talking about we're up here caping for white men. Ain't this who you called up here to cape for tonight, bitch? What you got to say about that?
She's still in the back.
What you got to say about this? Because see, y'all swear
so fucking much. If you hate us so fucking much, why are you still in my green room, ma'am? Why are you still there?
They swear up and down that this is shit that only white men do, correct? But it seems mighty fucking funny that they have taken over this shit, and they are the ones who have been in charge of all this shit as of late, back to back to back. So, hey, bitch, I need you to hit that link again and get up here and explain why these are the types of niggas you called up here to cape for.
Oh, she's still back there. Homelander, you calm down. Have you ate your graham crackers and your cookies? And you okay? Homelander, you still there? You want me still? Okay.
Yo, bitch, ain't these the type of niggas that you called up here to cape for?
Well, post your violent zaddies.
Ain't the type of nigga that's goddamn gunned down, helpless, unarmed
Are
people.
your zaddies the most mass shooters?
Oh, that's weak. I just said that. Now answer the fucking question. Ain't this who you called up here to cape for? You raggedy bitch. Ain't this who you called up here to cape for? You raggedy bitch. That's just what I thought.
Homelander, I hope you recover. Listen, before you know it,
From what?
Homelander, you're gonna be divested. I promise you, you're gonna be divested. Okay.
Divested from what? Let's say you're embarrassing. I'm
Number
not.
one,
No,
divested
you're
from
the
your
one that's
raggedy ass.
embarrassed.
You ho.
You
You're
gonna
the
be
one who's
divested from
embarrassing.
yourself.
Uh,
First, you gotta
Dee,
divest from yourself. Yes, ma'am, Kyra.
may I ask Homelander a question, please?
Absolutely.
What?
My goodness, here I am showing etiquette to you, and here you are answering what? But I
Whoa.
digress. Let me. I have a question. You say that we worship white men. Why do you care? Why aren't we free to do that if that's what we're really doing?
Because you're making black women look bad.
Child, please. Let
Well,
me
yes,
tell.
look at
Let me
it makes
let
you
me
look
show you.
desperate.
Let me show you what's making black women look bad. Just be patient, Homelander. No, I gotta keep the banner up there because you might start showing your titties or something. Let me leave that right there. Where the fuck is my tab? I'll show you what's making black women look bad.
And I
And
suppose
guess
you
what? They
think
not putting up with your shit no more either. Take a gander, Homelander. That shit rhymed.
You bitch! Fuck you! Bitch, and I'm not bitch, you gotta get out. Fuck you! I'm not gonna take no shit from nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are. So, you're blah, 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 that's what you sound like. Blah, 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 blah. Bitch? I am a bitch. Come around that color, I wanna show you. Bitch? Bitch, I got something waiting on your ass. Yeah, go ahead, bitch. You nasty bitch. You're the shitty ass bitch. Why you smell? Walk into the store and it smells like shit. Fuck y'all walk into the store and it smells like shit. Yeah, that's why this world is a shitty place because of shitty ass fucking bitches like you and your family. You're nothing but a bitch. A fucking bitch. A fucking bitch. I'm telling you, bitch, don't tell me behind my fucking bitch. Well, don't take, I'm not gonna take no.
So, Homelander, that's not embarrassing to you. Let me tell you the story behind that. Her and her children were in there stealing and got caught. And instead of saying my bad and gathering her children and getting the fuck out of the store, he didn't have her leaving cuffs. She started having a tantrum. Now, Homelander, is she making black women look bad?
Well, yes, she's just as embarrassing as you are.
okay, this bitch just called up here. She is exactly what I was just talking about. Just
And it sounds like
disagreeing
you.
to
That seems like someone Aaliyah would
be
do.
oppositional. You have no real point whatsoever. You're not saying anything. You have no point.
You are ridiculous, girl. I swear. But like I said, you're gonna be divested one day. Go ahead, Kyra. Finish your
I'm good,
question,
thank
My,
ma'am.
you.
now, you know what
Bye.
makes
Bye.
peace. Now, what's really embarrassing are these mammies that, like Homelander, that like to stomp the yard and suck the dick of the losers. That's embarrassing. The mammy mother taking up for this Atlanta shooter is embarrassing.
Homelander is embarrassing. Y'all, with everything that's going on right now, the shooter, the bus situation, the shit that I'm getting ready to show y'all that happened with Banco Brown. She said, we are embarrassing. Ladies, this is the black community. And whoever that was in the back right there, you have to give StreamYards access to your microphone and your camera in order to come up here. Then I say, cut your camera off. And then I ask your motherfucking ass, are you dusty? You know the drill, right? Let's go. Ah, so refreshing. This thing right here. Now, many media outlets, okay, I don't know what this is. I'm just going to keep it real. For YouTube's guidelines' sake, I'm going to say Banco. Some media outlet says she, some media outlet says he, some media outlet says daughter, some media outlet says son, I don't know what. YouTube, guess what? We are just very, very democratic over here. So we're going to respect people's pronouns and call them Banco because that's what Banco went by. Okay. Banco was a community activist. Red flag number one. Banco was couch surfing, didn't have a pot to piss in or window to throw it out. So, with the left, when you don't have anything, what you do is go ahead and just take. You don't have to ask. You take. When you're hungry, you take. You threaten. you do whatever. Banco did just that. So Banco went to Walgreens and Banco stole whatever Banco wanted and tried to make Banco's way to the door. Well, there was a security guard there and said, Banco, not today. I'm paraphrasing. I'm sure they didn't call it Banco, but whatever. So Banco told the security guard, guess what, motherfucker? I will stab you, right? And then lunged towards the security guard. The security guard went pew, 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 and put Banco down. Okay? So let me remove Banco from up here and show y'all why everybody in the community is upset. The community is upset because the DA is refusing to prosecute the security guard. Here we go again with Black folk being upset that hardworking people that are trying to make a living and just commute and do their day-to-day lives, not being prosecuted over a criminal. Let me move this back. I don't know how I got on second floor, but let's go. No, we ain't gonna do Jordan Neely. We'll come back to that. Let's get the Banco.
Now to that deadly shooting of a suspected shoplifter at a Walgreens in San Francisco. The district attorney today going into more detail about the decision not to charge the store security guard who fired a single shot. KTV's Henry Lee learned of these developments last night and joins us now live. Henry, what evidence did DA Jenkins say led her to this conclusion?
Heather, the DA tells me based on statements by the guard and witnesses, as well as video footage, she doesn't believe she can prove to a jury that the guard had committed a crime. Instead, she says the guard acted in self-defense to protect himself from a robbery suspect. The private security guard who shot and killed 24-year-old Banco Brown at a Walgreens in downtown San Francisco, freed from jail after prosecutors declined to file murder charges.
Ultimately, the security guard fired his firearm, and what he articulated was based on reasons of self-defense.
San Francisco DA Brooke Jenkins says Brown's killing was a tragedy, but she said video evidence and witness statements indicate it was Brown who threatened the guard, 33-year-old Michael Earl Wayne Anthony.
Now, what y'all got off of the information right there. Banco was stealing. Banco was confronted. Banco said that he was going to stab this security guard, then lunged towards the security guard and got put down. What are y'all mad about? Huh? What are you mad about?
Another one of Blackistan's finest upstanding citizens.
I don't get it. Go ahead, Kyra. My bad.
Well, I can understand why there's some confusion about the pronouns, because on one hand, community activist usually is she, but the fact that people are protesting the death, that lends itself to being a he. So I get the confusion. Which is it?
Well, let's just hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm glad I labeled this shit smoke night. Who's mad? I guess Ho's mad. Who's mad? Whatever that is. Are you Dusty? I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for you. Probably Dusty. What you got, boo?
No, I'm not Dusty.
You Dusty as fuck. You got to Ho's mad. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right. What you got, Ho's mad?
No, you're black.
Oh my God. Nothing about the story. Never anything about what's going on. It's always about you and you divestors and you. Never about the story. Do y'all see a trend here or no? It's always what we got going on. What we are doing in our personal life. That shit is on my nerves.
See, the thing is, they're the hoes that's mad. That's why they have to call up here and click the link and play on the phone, because they have no real defense for anything that we're saying. And see, the thing is that this shit is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to them. It's embarrassing to the community, and they know that it is. So since they have no real argument, let's just call up here and play on the phone and claim that they're the embarrassment. No, baby, what it is, your community is a whole fucking embarrassment, and you can't handle it. That's what your problem is. You are the fucking embarrassment.
That shit is crazy. Listen, yeah, big time ad hominems. It's always that they always deflect from what the fuck's going on. The Holy Trinity has not been mentioned one time by these shitlog goblin, right? Baby mamas, Section 8. I love me some black man, Hotep shea butter slathering ass bitches. Never mentioned the crime. Just be quiet. We got to play the victim role so we can keep getting our SNAP benefits. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Let me get back to my goddamn story. Weirdo.
Anthony.
There was physical violence that was used in order to proceed with taking the property, as well as threats of extreme violence.
The DA said pursuing murder charges against the guard would be unethical and create false hope for a successful prosecution.
In this situation, we had a shoplifting incident that really escalated into an altercation that under the law qualifies as a robbery.
First of all, we want to see the tapes. We want.
After they show you the tapes, you still gonna make excuses. You knock off Dollar Tree version of AOC. That's what you gonna do. After you see the tape, you still gonna make excuses for it. Y'all listen to this bitch.
Want to see the proof.
Julia Arroyo is with the Young Women's Freedom Center, where Brown was a community organizer.
Even if somebody felt like their life was in danger, why in the chest? Why?
Did you hear that, bitch? Let's go back. Let's go back. This bitch is insane.
Freedom Center, where Brown was a community organizer.
Even if somebody felt like their life was in danger, why in the chest? Why?
Because, yes, that's a perfect steal, you stupid bitch. Listen, if somebody's trying to take your life, what? You're supposed to sit there and study and try to find a non-lethal way to stop them? Really? So the onus is on the person that's being violated to make sure that they preserve the life of the attacker. Is this real life? Again, do I need to pinch myself? Because this can't be real. This cannot be real. They always got their goddamn mouth open, loud and wrong. Listen, this is ridiculous. She said that shit with her chest. I gotta take that back one more time. I'm sorry for aggravating y'all, but I can't believe she let that fall out of her dick licker. Let's go.
Freedom Center, where Brown was a community organizer.
Even if somebody felt like their life was in danger, why in the chest? Why?
Because I want them to stop. If my life is on the line, it is only fair that their life be on the line. You like equality, don't you, whore? Okay, let's keep it equal. If my life is on the line, you better make no mistake about it, bitch. Your life is going to be on the line. You going to get hit center mass because I want the threat to stop. I don't want you limping around my motherfucking ass because you done got shot in the goddamn knee. Are you out of your mind? If you trying to take my life, I'm supposed to preserve yours. Kyra, you got anything on this stupid bitch here?
Well, logistically, she's also stupid. Like, let's say you were going for the leg. You know, if you clip someone's femoral artery, they can just as readily bleed out. So what the fuck? No, you're not. When someone decides to lunge at you, decides to threaten to take your life, you have every right to end the threat.
Y'all, this all happened this week. This week. And there's nobody, and we're being told we're embarrassing. No, this is embarrassing. Y'all, exactly. I swear to you, y'all keep this shit up. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I promise you I'm not. But here's the deal. It's almost like the left is trying to make sure that there's anarchy so that they can bring in the National Guard in everybody's big city. I swear to you, because ain't nobody that stupid. Go ahead.
And to be honest with you, if that is the plan, I wouldn't even be mad at it at this point. I wouldn't, because this shit is getting ridiculous. It's getting out of hand and it's out of control, and it's getting exponentially worse. Like I was saying a few minutes ago, that's why you got these bitches called up at a night playing on the phone, because see, this shit here that we're showing every week, twice a week, these stories keep getting worse and worse. And this is the fucking embarrassment. They don't like us holding up the mirror showing Blackistan exactly what the fuck you look like, the men and the women. This is the fucking embarrassment. So they try to deflect by accusing us of worshiping white men just for speaking the truth. Nobody's trying to worship anybody by recognizing the fuck shit. Okay, just because you're dumb enough to sit up here and somebody gets up and threaten to kill everybody on the train, you gonna sit your dumb ass here trying to figure out whether or not he actually means it or whether or not he just saying, look, nobody has time to play these fucking games. I want to go home today. That man wanted to get home. Fuck that bullshit.
Every time I leave, I plan on coming home. Y'all, my peace name is Stacy. right? Stacy, stay on the ready because of shit like this. I would rather go to court. I don't want my husband to have to bury me because I'm trying to preserve somebody's fucking life. A criminal at that. My opinion is good riddance. Good fucking riddance. Right? I will sit my ass on the stand and tell you the story about how I had to put your son or your daughter, your daughter too, down.
Nobody's life matters but theirs. That's how they think and that's how they operate. Nobody else matters. You're not allowed to defend yourself. And then now they're trying to tell you how to do that according to this bitch. Oh, you can respond. Just why you got to respond with deadly force? Guess what? If you mean to do me harm, you don't get to dictate to me how I protect myself. How about that? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
This shit is ridiculous. I couldn't believe she said that. Y'all, I played that a good 5, 6, 7 times before I even showed it to y'all. Now, let's see what's going on in this back. Kay, are you dusty?
No, I'm not dusty.
What's up? Kay, what you got, ma'am?
I clicked the link because of what this lady just said about telling the truth. You have a lot of evidence to prove what it is that you're saying. So I just feel like you have to make sure that you're at least being honest. And I'm going to allude to the thing on Haiti where you said they bought their independence.
I didn't say that. Another woman.
No, not you.
Did.
No, DC had said that. I just want to, I just feel like you get your message across better if you're at least going to tell the truth. And Haiti, we can't take that away from them. You can say anything, you want.
That's a fact. Did you Google that?
Wait,
what she said was true. What she said was true. Did you Google it?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not Google. I study a lot of Caribbean history, and you can say whatever you want, but I'm just saying the honest truth is they won their independence. The thing with them paying reparations wasn't until about 25 years later that they asked for reparations, because if we remember the Louisiana Purchase, France lost a lot of money, so then they came back to get reparations for it.
Quick question: why in the hell are you discussing on what we talked about Tuesday on Friday? That has nothing to do with these topics.
I watched it after. Are you upset about that? You don't have to be upset. I just wanted to make
not really.
You being passive aggressive.
I'm just trying to figure out who are you to think you can call up here and try to check anybody about anything that was said over 2 days ago. Who are you?
Oh, so you don't want us to talk about something that happened 2 days ago?
We can talk about it, but here's the deal. No, Kay.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Haiti is trash.
Haiti is trash.
Listen, I wasn't done. I didn't interrupt your diatribe, so don't interrupt me. I don't need you to
I didn't have a diatribe.
Oh my fucking God. Bye, bitch. I can't stand when motherfuckers do that shit. I don't know where do black women get that shit from? Yep, and then start twerking every goddamn where.
Nothing
You can sit there and listen to them quietly. And as soon as you start talking, they get Tourette's. Walk. They start squawking. I was answering you, motherfucker. Right? Haiti is trash. And if you like it so much, why don't you live there? Why don't you take your ass back to Haiti and get some of them goddamn human thighs and mud cookies that they got on the deck for dinner tonight? The fuck you mean?
The thing is, nothing that was said was incorrect. They had the Haitian Revolution and they lost. Okay, so what was false about that? They had to pay out billions of fucking dollars. Those are facts, okay, to France. Because what? They lost. Deal with it, bitch. That's the truth.
No wonder they can't get past job interviews. Let me tell you what a conversation is. You talk, then I talk. The Dusties don't count. They don't get to say nothing up here. You talk, then I talk. You don't talk while I'm talking, and I don't talk while you're talking, ma'am. I don't know where you get this shit from, but you better look in the mirror while you sit up here defending Haiti and remember what you defending. Okay? All right? Moving right the fuck along. Back to what the fuck we was actually talking about. And let me put my goddamn banner back up here. I mean, motherfuckers just trying to just rude. No wonder you getting a call. But they always get the email. We've decided to go with another candidate, but thank you for your interview. That's why that happens, because you don't know how to have a conversation. Weird.
That's just it. They're in their feelings about a whole bunch of shit tonight. That's why I said that shit was 2 days ago. You had your opportunity to address that then. So I guess what? It only took you 2 days. Whether you was listening to the playback or not is irrelevant. The thing is, don't call up here and say, oh, what you said was true. Bitch, either it's true or it's not. There is no but. And the thing is, there is never a but when what you're saying is a fact that could be easily looked up. They had to pay France because they surrendered. That is a fucking fact, bitch. What else is there to talk about?
They stupid as fuck. They're still paying France to this day. Fun fact. They didn't win a goddamn thing. Anyway.
I mean, anybody could revolt against anything that they like. That does not mean you won the war, dumb whore.
That rhyme too. Shit. MC DZ and MC Aaliyah up here tonight. Shit. The fuck you mean? The motherfuckers lost. Now, goddamn it, go get some mud cookies. Diana Prince, is this your real account or are you Dusty?
I'm not Dusty. It's me, DZ. Hi, everybody.
Hey, boo. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. I was calling to comment on the Walgreens situation in San Francisco because that's where I work. And that heifer on the screen talking about why they didn't have to shoot him. First of all, that person was a girl that wanted to be a boy. So
girl, Diana Prince, you know good and well that YouTube don't like that.
Well, that person wanted to be something different. Then how about that?
You gotta make sure you protect the multi-letter mafia.
Oh, okay. Well, that person wanted to be something different, and then that threatened because you wanted to be a part of the most degenerate group.
Yeah, we talk about the studs, the male identified studs act just like black men. Let's just keep it real.
Right.
They do. They act just like them. They do everything just like them.
Right. And so that person reasonably fell for their safety, and that was self-defense. I don't understand what this heifer on the screen is hollering and screaming about, because she know doggone well when she walking around the city of San Francisco and she see one of them, she go and get on the other side of the street.
Absolutely.
But you want to sit up here and play. Yeah, they are. Nordstrom's closing. Look, Nordstrom's closing.
Yeah, I got that in my inbox too. And guess what else I got in my inbox? A video that I can't show up here of some Haitians beating up a Haitian woman with some crowbars. How about that part? How about that part? Because you can't show violence up here. Miss Haiti is amazing. Teal, are you Dusty?
No.
And then after you answer, right, you go ahead and give your opinion.
Well, and she's right. Haiti did fight for its freedom.
So what? They fought and lost. What's your point?
They won. They paved the way for you.
They didn't win shit.
No, they didn't pave the way for me to do shit, bitch. I'm an American motherfucker. You paved the way for you to bring your funky ass over here.
Why you here? Go to Haiti with they winning asses. If that's what you believe happened in history. No,
they lost. They lost. We mad. They mad because they men lost. They lost, bitch. Why the fuck you following a divested channel if you still feel that strongly about your kind?
Listen, y'all in the chat, check it out. Y'all put some coffins in the chat for Haiti because the Haitian women are upset about Haiti. Oh my
them niggas dusty and them bitches dusty too. And now what?
Hey, Teal. Let's talk about the color hierarchy they got over there in Haiti and how the ruling class is what? Mulattoes, right? Y'all need to stop. Stop it. I'm so serious. These bitches are off the chain. Haiti lost. 2 words. Haiti lost.
And they really gonna get mad at the fact that when you say Toussaint Louverture was a fucking traitor. Was he not? Was he not?
Look, Teal.
Okay.
If you want to talk up here, you're not gonna do what you just did, ma'am. Okay. So Teal, I'm gonna leave that white man with his beautiful graph up there because it's true. You're gonna fuck around and find out, right? Teal, they lost. Are you at least willing to admit that, Teal?
No, they did not lose.
Yes, they
They won
did.
the
You
war and they
know,
gave us
they
freedom. Yes,
didn't.
they're still paying for
They
it.
did not
But they
win.
did. They
They
paved the way for
did
every other
not
black people to have their
win.
Why
No,
the
freedom,
they
fuck does that
including me.
didn't.
country
No,
look
the
like
fuck
that?
they didn't.
Yes, they.
No, they
Why does
didn't.
that
Yes, they
country
did.
look the way it looks?
Why they so fucking hungry?
Why does that
Because
country look the way it looks? If
well,
they
because we're
won.
still paying.
We
Exactly.
there it
Okay,
is.
that's the
There
part.
it is.
Girl,
But
what
we
the
did
fuck?
There
win
it
the
is
fight.
right
We
there.
did get our freedom. We're not slaves, no.
Girl, bye, get
Listen,
the fuck
But
out
we're
of here.
shut up,
Bitch, if
Aaliyah.
you
You're a
paying a
white.
debt, you a motherfucking
Yeah,
slave.
so
Deal with it.
damn right.
you sound
Okay,
like
bye. Use it. There
Get
it
the
is.
fuck
You.
out of here. Bye. Bye.
I'm loving Smoke Night. God damn, y'all. They are defending their kings. Hold up. Yes. Shout out to Haiti, where you take a little bit of dirt, you mix it with water, right? Stir it up, form it into a cookie, put it in the sun. Yes, and bask in that sun. When the cookie gets nice and hard like you like it, you feed it to the babies. Then, when you get the white man's internet, you call up DZ and say, Haiti won. Y'all need to knock this shit off. It's corny. You hungry? You can't grow a grain of rice round that bitch. Make sure when you send your next payment to France that it's not late. No bounce checks, bitch, or they gonna come get their shit back. Unfortunately, your ground is barren. Can't grow shit out there. You lost. That's why we keep finding you trying to jump the border. Mm, mm, mm. It should be
trying to
go ahead.
illegally come into our country and sit they funky asses up here and talk shit when they shit look like it look back home. That's why they not there right now. Okay.
Okay. Back to the program that was scheduled. Let's get this bitch going.
Why? Why would it be in somewhere that it would be so lethal?
The security guard in this case thought his life was in danger and he took what he thought was appropriate action.
KTVU legal analyst Michael Cardoza said businesses like Walgreens hired guards because of rampant theft.
It's a lot more than only a petty theft, because that's one petty theft on top of another, until the businesses leave the area.
At least 5 Walgreens stores in San Francisco have closed in part because of theft. Now, I reached out once again to the guard security company today, but they're still declining to comment. Live in the newsroom, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Henry, I want to go back to that evidence for a moment. Are officials saying whether the video shows the young person who was killed, whether or not that person was in fact armed?
Yeah, investigators tell us that there was no weapon displayed, but that this 24-year-old threatened to stab the guard.
And that's all you need to know. Ladies, it is what it is. Okay, let me get the coffins down. My bad. I was on another tab, y'all. Let me keep the comments moving. They defending they shit tonight. It is what it is. Kyra, you got anything on anything that happened up here? Because this right here has gone awry. And I fucking love it. Make no mistake about it.
Well, I mean, my goodness, the callers have been crazy today, but you've been wanting some mammies to call up, so you got your wish.
Yes. They never call up with facts, though. That's the thing. I want them to present some facts instead of feelings. You know, you can sit up and look at Haiti right now and to defend such a disgraceful area. Shame on you, period. But you can go ahead and defend them. Make sure that you stay your ass over here, too, if you want to stay comfortable, though. That's what you better do. I bet you won't take your ass to Port-au-Prince and try to set up shop. I bet your monkey ass won't do it.
I told y'all they need to deport them bitches. Y'all thought I was playing them. They need to deport them motherfucking bitches and send them right back the fuck up out of here. Every single one of them.
Sorry. I guess the thing is, so black males, should just be able to commit their crimes, steal, take coochie, and unalive folks without any repercussions. And if you dare fight back for your life, then you're the criminal. That's what it is. Like, everyone else is supposed to just be willing victims to the blackmail and his degeneracy.
Exactly. So I'm gonna try to harm you, and then I get to tell you how to respond to me. So if I come up to you and I decide to take your purse or knock you upside your damn head, I then get to turn around and say, Kyra, please don't kill me. Don't shoot me. Please. If you do, just shoot me in the leg, please. That's it.
They were just hungry. They were just hungry. It doesn't matter that they were stealing substances and, things that were not food. They were just hungry, trying to feed their family.
Let's not forget about the gang problem that they're having over there. The gangs are really running that country. Um, you're gonna get a warning over here trying to look at some of them videos, but take your ass to the offshoot websites like WorldStar, and oh my god, it is a fucking shithole. It's always been a shithole, and it's a shithole today. And that's what mammies do. They defend shitholes because they are indeed shitholes at heart. Ashley B, you're back up here. Do you got anything to add before I roast something that's come to pass that we said was going to come to pass probably 2 years ago?
Hi, Dizzy. No, sorry, my mic was messed up earlier. I know I'm late, but I wanted to make a quick, 20-second comment about your previous story about the train thing that happened. I'm a New Yorker, born and raised. I've been riding the train my whole life, and I've come across, and I'm a nonprofit. I work with many mentally ill, homeless people of all races. And it's only the niggers who have the violent outburst. People love to say, oh, they're violent because they're mentally ill, or they're violent because they have drug problems. But I work with homeless, mentally ill, white men, Asian men, people of all ethnicities. And the only ones who have quote unquote violent tendencies are the niggers. So it's not about, and liberals love to say, oh, only 0.001% of mentally ill are violent. But then when this happens, when, there are violent mentally ill niggers, they're like, oh, it's because he's mentally ill. But I thought most mentally ill people were not violent. But when it's a nigger, it's an excuse for his violence. And it's mental illness is not an excuse. It's because you're naturally violent. The mentally ill brads that I work with, they're not violent. The ones on the train who are white, who are homeless and have schizophrenia, they're not threatening people, talking about I'm gonna kill you, or I don't care, I have nothing to lose. It's only the niggers. So this whole mentally ill bullshit, working a nonprofit, that's always an excuse they use for the violent black males, but it's not an excuse. So I just wanted to put that out there for all the people with the bleeding hearts who are like, oh, it's because they're mentally ill. No, it's because they're niggers and it's in their nature. Being mentally ill is not an excuse or an explanation for why you're violent. So I just wanted to put that, you probably already went over it, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, it's true. And the thing is, as long as you make excuses, the people that are criminal minded are going to use those excuses for their awful behavior. Just like with the kids, people get on me about talking about folks children. But here's the deal. The kids can hear you. They hear what you say. Whenever you make excuses for their bad behavior and them being minors, they're going to say that they're minors. And, let me ask y'all a question. The kids that don't do anything wrong, the kids that go to school, they're well behaved, they're regimed, you know what I'm saying? They don't do anything wrong. When you put all your energy and all your goodwill and all your grace towards bad children, what is the incentive for the good children to stay good? Because kids like attention. Let's just keep it real. They love attention. And if they see you constantly giving all of your attention and all of your energy to the bad kids, you might just flip some of them good kids bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? What is the incentive? You always talking about they was young and they need second chances and all this. I don't believe in second chances. I'm just going to put that shit out there. I don't. Well, if they're young and they do change their life, good for them. But they don't get a second chance with me. They don't get a second chance with other motherfuckers. You got some background noise, Ashley. Let me. I'm gonna throw you on mute real quick. But the second chance bullshit, it's making the good kids reconsider what they're doing because you're not praising them at all. The kids that are doing their shit and making good grades, they're athletes, they're mathematicians, they're scientists, they're creating. You're ignoring the fuck out of them to make sure Glocktavia's 14-year-old ass gets a second shot. And that is fucked up. You are flipping some because they gonna get it. Kids take attention whether it's bad or good. They gonna get their attention. Notice, i.e., TikTok, because the average user of that fucking app is 11 years old, and they all doing crazy shit over there looking for attention. If you only come off mute, only come out the clouds, only have something to say when somebody's trying to give consequences to a badass kid, the good kids, you just gyp them. You embarrass them because you're giving all your love to the badass kids. The badass kids that are doing felonies need to be charged as adults. Kids also commit homicide. You know that, right? So because he's 14, we're supposed to just make all these programs and show him love and show him a better way and do all this shit here. Fuck that child. How about that part? Come on, I want you to hate me more. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck what happens to his little stupid ass, and I don't give a fuck about the mammies that's trying to protect him. Okay? There's good children out there. And they're doing their fucking thing, and you're neglecting the fuck out of them in favor of your badass sons and these little girls that sit up here and identify with them. The ones that you allow to date they little dusty asses as well. It's fucked up. You are creating an area where bad is good and good is bad. Stop making excuses for every goddamn thing. Divest your ass off. You hear me? That's what you have to do. Or this place is turning into a fucking clown show. A violent one at that. Huh? Now that rant is out of the goddamn way. Ladies, I told y'all 2 years ago. Remember when folks got mad as fuck at me when I said, I'm tired of your balloon releases. I'm tired of seeing it. The shit corny. Y'all doing it too much. People are going to get desensitized. You got platforms out here that when they close out their video, they show the balloon release of the unalived female victim of some dusty, and everybody's, we love you, and the balloons are going up in the air. Well, it occurs to me that I'm not the only one that's getting tired of that shit. So they've come up with a clever way to stop you from doing that shit. Let's get mad together. Go.
Yeah, exactly. Now we know that a lot of people do balloon releases, and it's an important part of grieving. And the senator who introduced this bill, she says she doesn't want to take away from that, but she makes a good point. Everything that goes up must come down.
The balloon release.
Oh, God, I hate them. Black people are full of feelings. I apologize in advance for this Dusty. He doesn't know what environmental health hazards are. He does not have anything. They don't, cultivate fish, and they're not the ones that clean up the ocean and all this shit. Y'all are dying so fast that y'all killing the fish with them fucking balloon releases. But let's talk about feelings. Go.
Releases are important.
Releasing helium balloons into the sky is often done at vigils to honor someone who has died tragically.
I know when we watch with the families and the mothers and the children, and we watch those balloons go up, it's almost like they're going up to heaven.
See, this is why I'm an atheist, y'all. This is why. Because when y'all talk about God and all this shit here, where was God during that shit y'all call slavery that y'all was complaining about? Where was God during that unaliving? He is talking about a soul going up to heaven with a helium balloon, and he's talking magical thinking while people are talking about saving the environment. Your balloon releases are happening so frequently that it's tearing up the environment. Look at this goofy ass nigga here.
And that's how the family feels, and they applaud and they cry and they watch each balloon till you can't see one.
But now Michigan could join the growing list of states that ban balloon releases. State Senator Mallory McMorrow introduced the bill this week.
This is a bill that was actually brought to me by a 15-year-old student who, on her own, did research about the amount of plastics that are in our water and in the fish that we end up eating.
And as pretty and symbolic as the balloon releases are, what goes up eventually must come down. Balloon waste is now included in the growing list of...
Look at how fast y'all dying. Look at that. It is flooding the ocean with you and your grieving. Instead of not messing with these niggas, y'all keep up with do y'all remember when I said I need to start investing in a helium balloon company? Because y'all getting taken the fuck up out of here so fucking fast. Y'all are affecting the environment. This is unreal. I know you came off mute, Aaliyah. What you got?
No, see, I told you that Black people don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves. And as somebody who dabbled in environmental health for a little while, see, this is the shit that I'm talking about. We also had to deal with shit like this during C-19 because people was taking all the goddamn PPE and just throwing masks and gloves and just throwing this shit all over the place. And it's like, okay, they don't even think about somebody has to come after you. And instead of you dropping this shit in the hazardous waste bins, people got to come behind you and clean up all this bullshit that you just out here releasing or throwing off into the fucking environment. They don't care. We're talking about a group of people who are not considerate. They want respect, but they don't want to give it in no situation. Now, maybe they didn't know. They probably hadn't even thought about it. But now that you do know, the question is, what are you going to do about it? Not just to continue to justify this bullshit. Stop doing it. It's just that simple. It's time for a lot of people just grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up.
It's a shame that y'all could clean up the ocean by stop dating Dusties. Ain't that interesting? If you stop dating Dusties, less balloon releases will happen. I don't know what that shit is about. Whatever you grieving, you're gonna have to find a different way to grieve, because usually when it has a domino effect like this, most states are gonna tell you to knock it the fuck off. Okay, they can ignore 1 or 2 balloon releases a year, but you're dying every 5 fucking hours. So it's a lot. It's a health hazard for everybody else. You getting into these relationships with Dusties is starting to affect my fish. What? I like fish. Knock it off. Stop dating these Dusties, and you can stop these goddamn balloon releases, huh? This is stupid. Let's finish this news report. Jesus H. Christ. I mean, y'all affecting everything and everybody.
Of contaminants that pose a danger to the Great Lakes. If the bill passes into law, people who release balloons into the air could be fined $800, and the fines could jump higher depending on the size of the balloon.
Our state senator, she's done a lot of good things, very progressive, but I wish she would hit me up. Call.
What you gonna tell her? She got a big booty? Because you don't have no fucking stats and numbers. Shit, what call me up? This is the type of shit that work with you mammies. Let's take him back. She's done a lot of good things. She's progressive. If she wasn't progressive, you wouldn't like her, even though she did some good things, huh? Call me up. Funky
things, very progressive, but I wish she would hit me up, call me, come to the streets of Detroit.
And I think the last thing that we want with any piece of legislation is something that will be disproportionately used against people of color.
Did you hear her? She basically saying what we saying. If we put this into law, this is going to disproportionately affect African Americans, because you are the ones getting fucked up by your men, and you are the ones that's doing these balloon releases in her area. Okay? But she can't say that. She'd lose her job. Y'all will start to Nasheed the fuck out of this woman if she actually said that shit. But again, you don't like facts, right? You just want to tear up the goddamn lakes and rivers and goddamn oceans and just keep dating these Dusties. And then we supposed to eat your balloon-filled fish? Let's finish.
So it's conversations that we're looking forward to having, but the reality is these plastics never break down.
Now, companies do make biodegradable balloons, but in doing some research on the internet, I found that a lot of critics say that those really don't biodegrade. It takes them a long time, 16 weeks at least, and they were still perfectly intact once they'd actually landed on the ground. So
there's no such thing as a biodegradable balloon. That's bullshit.
That's what I was just about to say.
Well, DZ, Leah, you're forgetting this is an excellent business opportunity for the Kangs. They could create a truly biodegradable balloon and they can manufacture it out of Haiti.
Good idea. Yes, awesome. I agree. Let's see them do. I would like to see them do that. Yeah.
Oh, I need to. I'd like to take a brief moment for a quick aside, DZ, because there's someone in your live chat trying to sow dissension between me and Aaliyah.
Listen.
Okay.
Go ahead and click the fucking link. It's sitting up there. It's pinned in the chat. What is the person's
Okay.
name?
What's
Call that hoe
the
out.
issue between us that I'm not aware of?
What's the name, Kyra?
The name is Luna. So here's the thing. Apparently, I am Jamaican or of Jamaican descent. And so, yes, apparently, despite the fact that I've never said that remotely. But when you were earlier saying, well, they need to deport these bitches, you're talking about me, apparently.
Okay. Deport you from where? Atlanta?
Exactly.
Because you are an American who lives in Atlanta. We're not talking about these bitches that came to this country, second generation, who are sitting up here running their motherfucking mouth. Now, did I say that applied to all Jamaican women over here? No, because we have plenty divested Jamaican or Haitian, or it doesn't matter where you're from, African. We have a plenty divested sisters. That don't apply to them. It applies to the mammy bitches called up here running they fucking mouth. Now, if they take it a certain way, that's entirely up to them. But if ain't nobody calling your name, don't answer that call.
Look.
So me saying that I'm fully American is a hit dog holler. Click the link, Luna, if you're so brave. Come on, please tell me exactly when and where I said I was of any
Kyra,
descent.
nobody can sow dissension between us or me and DZ or any other ladies that frequent this panel. They've all tried it and it's not gonna work. Nobody gives a damn about what our outsiders have to say about anybody on this channel or on this panel. Even if Kyra was Jamaican, what the fuck that got to do with them hoes who clicked that link tonight? What they got to do with them?
Luna, click the link, dear. There's somebody in the back. Nirvana, are you Luna?
No.
Are you Dusty?
No.
What do you want? Because this is giving bullshit right now.
You're embarrassing.
Your mammy is a fat ass. Aaliyah, let me get her, Aaliyah. You are embarrassing, bitch. I bet you bigger than a motherfucker, right? I bet you suck so much dick, so much random shit log, right? That you come when you stroke back up, you got a little mustache of pubic hair sitting right there on the top of your lip, bitch. Are them ham hocks ready? Right? Are them neck bones ready? How's that Section 8 sitting for you? Huh? Are you somebody's baby mama? Huh? Are you having a difficult time swallowing? You have made 3 accounts tonight, you dusty bitch. It's Friday. You need to go find something to do. Turn the location on one of your Dusty's phones and find out where the fuck he at. You found me, right? You probably on your government issued Obama phone. That's probably an iPhone 4 round this bitch. Keep calling up here, trying to sit up here and be an attention whore. Keep twerking and acting a damn fool all you want to, but I know what your life look like. Your life is all over this goddamn Al Gore's internet, bitch. You are a funky fucking weirdo. You're giving weirdo. I'm straight. I'm not going to be able to let you get any of this awesome snatch. It's already spoken for. So please stop tugging at my bra. Please stop tugging at my panelist bra. Go find something to do. Okay, go to your all white refrigerator. You know, the ones that come with them cheap ass apartments that you live in, that you still got all white appliances around that motherfucker. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that when you look to your right, you can see your kitchen from your living room. That's how small your quarters are. You are a weirdo. You a broke, dusty ass weirdo. Huh? Go find somewhere to defend your kings, take your Chromebook and go over there with the mammies and y'all keep on defending criminals. That's what you do. Okay? 3 fucking accounts in one night. God damn. Let me remove this. And back to you, Luna. That fucking link has been down there all show. Okay. You need to go ahead and click that. Okay. Mods, go ahead and put her in timeout. She's not going to be able to comment until she clicks that link. And if her 5 minutes are up and she comments again, go ahead and block that whore. Because if you got something to say, that fucking link is down there. Okay? Period. Now, I want to ask y'all a question. How do you get R-worded and re-R-worded? Yeah, I know that sounds confusing, but y'all got niggas out here R-wording and then getting the fuck out and R-wording the same goddamn victim again. How the hell does that work? Where that goddamn video at? Wait a minute. Is this you, Homelander? Let me see if this is Homelander real quick.
They are called self-help evictions. Landlords trying to get tenants to move out by shutting off their utilities or changing the locks on their doors.
So when a Lake Worth Beach landlord did shut off power and water at the home of a 6-month-old baby girl, her father called Contact 5. Investigator Dave Bowman looked into this case. He's joining us now here in studio with an update. Dave?
Shannon, Michael, self-help evictions are illegal, but that doesn't stop some landlords from trying. People renting this Lake Worth beach house say for 2 days they dealt with no running water and sweltering heat.
Because, you know, food is expensive now.
This is the type of bitch that Homelander is. Contacting the news, knowing damn well she hasn't paid her rent and trying to embarrass the landlord for cutting off the power.
Eggs is expensive. Chicken is expensive. Sorry, Daisy.
No, you're good. These are the type of bitches that call up here and try to rewrite history talking about Haiti won, right? These the type of bitches right here that sit here, don't have her baby father around, her uncle here calling the news, trying to embarrass the landlord after this fucking whore didn't pay her rent. And we're supposed to feel sorry for her? Really? I don't think so.
What they want to do is play semantics and split hairs and talk to people like they're fucking stupid. And that's what pisses me off more than anything. When you try to insult my intelligence, you can't call up here and consciously say they want anything. But so what you want to do is call up here and say, yeah, they fought for their independence and you can't take that away from them. Yeah, they fought, but they lost. Finish that sentence, love. That's the thing. They don't want to finish the sentence. They want to say, yeah, they fought, and they did. But what was the outcome of that, though? See, that's the problem. See, that's where the intellectual dishonesty comes in. They can't even tell the truth about a goddamn thing. And it's this denial that's going to be Black women's biggest downfall. It always have been, and it always will be. Denial and delusion.
I know y'all don't know how.
Caping.
I know y'all don't know how money works, but if you don't pay your landlord, and those of y'all that are getting ready to buy property, listen to me and listen to me carefully. If you're going to get tenants, do not put those utilities in your name. Make your tenants put those utilities in their name so that they'll pay the utilities. This bitch and her uncle called the goddamn news to try and shame the landlord for not paying their utilities when they haven't paid any goddamn rent. I'm not even going to take y'all through that shit. I wanted y'all to see the fact that these mammies made it where people are able to R-word you, get out of jail, and then R-word you again. Same victim. Let's go.
Expect him on the honor system to show up to get an ankle monitor? Well, you know, he can't abide by the law. That's why he went to prison. What makes you think he's going to abide by rules, period? He's not. And he didn't.
New at 10, we're learning really shocking details.
Look at this mess, y'all. I always stop on a mugshot because you're not supposed to prejudge him. You're not supposed to prejudge him. Nah, bitch, I'm judging him. This motherfucker's crazy. This motherfucker's a criminal. He's insane.
It's about a man charged with a brutal rape in Atmore.
Yeah, the Escambia County, Alabama sheriff says Ronald Coley was out on mandatory release when he allegedly raped the same woman he was convicted of assaulting 5 years ago.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The jails are getting so crowded that they're releasing people that's doing hardcore, vicious, violent felonies. They so lazy that they're not looking for new victims. They're coming to re-victimize you. Do you understand how bad this is yet? Homelander, do you understand how bad this is? Taj Mahal, You understand how bad this is? All you dusty sons of bitches that have tried to make your way around here, this is ridiculous. And you talking about our personal lives? Really? Finish up.
Our Shelby Myers now joining us in studio with the details on this one for us tonight.
And Shelby, the sheriff is frustrated that he was allowed to get out early.
Yeah, extremely frustrated, Lenise and Byron. Escambia County Sheriff Heath Jackson tells me Ronald Coley had been out of prison for just 12 days before brutally attacking the same woman he admitted to assaulting in 2018. This is Ronald Coley. He's in the Escambia County Jail tonight on first-degree rape, domestic violence assault, and interfering with an emergency.
He literally sat in our courtroom for bond setting and made gun gestures with his hands, pointing them at the bailiffs, toward the judge and everybody else in the courtroom, foul language, and just has actually no remorse for anything.
Atmore police say on April 11th, Coley brutally beat and raped a woman he's known. Police say he broke 3 of her ribs, bruised her face and arms while dragging her to a wooded area to sexually assault her. And when she tried to call 911, police say he threw her phone into the woods. According to court documents, the victim is the same woman Coley admitted to assaulting in 2018. After going in and out of jail, then prison, and ultimately having his probation revoked multiple times for drug and gun charges, Coley was released earlier this month due to the state's mandatory release law.
The prison's trying to empty out their population, but what they're doing is they're dumping it back into communities that we're attempting to clean up.
The law allows inmates who are just months away from finishing their sentence to be released early under supervision. But the problem, Escambia County Sheriff Heath Jackson tells me,
look at that room, y'all, full of dusties. They don't have any more room in these prisons. And on top of that, they don't have any cops. That should scare the shit out of y'all. And they're mandatorily releasing them back into community. It doesn't matter what they did, because this is some of the most violent shit outside of homicide that you could actually do. That room is full of nothing but dusty sons of bitches. And they're coming back to a community near you.
Coley wasn't under supervision. He never showed up to get fitted for an ankle monitor.
We expect him on the honor system to show up to get an ankle monitor?
Right.
He can't abide by the law. That's why he went to prison. What makes you think he's going to abide by rules, period? He's not.
That's it. Yeah. You going to put somebody on a tether and tell them, hey, come back here on Wednesday at 8:30 and we're going to fit you. And you expected him to come. This shit is stupid. I don't want to hear about racism, white supremacy. I don't want to hear any of that shit. It's not happening. It's not real. The court system is not against the black man. Ain't no racism going on, and ain't nobody experienced no real racism. If you want to talk about who been fucking up who, y'all don't want to have that conversation, because I've seen a lot of stories where it is white folks being put the fuck down by you. But yeah. Y'all know good and well I got to Aaliyah, go ahead, because you know what's coming next.
All I was about to say is we got way more of these pro-black bitches over here in our midst than we originally thought, or I originally thought anyway. So it's a whole lot of bitches that don't even belong over here. And I think that, what has happened over the last couple shows has really exposed a lot about a lot of these bitches claiming to be divested. It really has.
But y'all, on a bright note, guess what? Black women do know how to call people sir, and they know how to say thank you and please and all this stuff. I want you to remind you about who they cussing out and who they're calling sir. You'll be glad you stuck this one out as well. Let's go back to what we showed Homelander earlier.
Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you! Bitch, and I'm not bitch, you gotta get out. Fuck you! I'm not gonna take no shit from nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are. Bitch, don't keep your mouth. You're as loud as what you sound like. Loud. Bitch. I am a bitch. Come around that color. I want to show you. Bitch, I got something waiting on your ass. Go ahead, bitch. You nasty bitch. You're the shitty ass bitch. Why you smell? Walk into the store and it smells like shit. Fuck y'all walk into the store and it smells like shit. Yeah, that's why this world is a shitty place, because of shitty ass fucking bitches like you and your family. You're nothing but a bitch. A fucking bitch. A fucking bitch. I'm telling you, bitch. Don't pay me behind my fucking bitch. Well, don't take, I'm not going to take no.
I'm very glad that people are starting to fight back. Mammies, your temper tantrums and knocking shit off the counter, that's starting not to work. People are getting tired of that shit. You usually get your way when you start tearing up stuff. People, calm down, ma'am. It's okay, ma'am. And they're giving you whatever the fuck you want. Those days are coming to an end. Thank the universe. Okay. Well, this is a store in her community that's providing a service, providing gas, providing snacks, whatever the fuck you need about that store. It's a business in your community. You ought to be thankful for that to begin with. And she talked to him like shit. Let's see who she calls sir, right? Let's see who Mammy's calls sir.
Please don't take it, please, sir. Please don't take it. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, so you know how to say please and thank you. You know how to you know how to humble yourself a little bit when it comes to a nigga that's trying to steal your car. She said please to him several fucking times. You bitches do have manners, I see. So why don't you have manners when it comes down to people that serve in your community? Let's take that back one more time.
Please don't take it, please, sir. Please don't take it. Thank you. Thank you.
But the man inside the store get called bitch several fucking times. You bitches are disgusting. And you talking about who embarrassing around here? You saying please and thank you, sir, to a man that just carjacked you. And you are so destitute right now that you are on top of your car, basically risking your life for that raggedy ass 1986 Ford, whatever.
This bitch hanging on to the hood of her own car, begging him not to drive off in it.
And
we are the embarrassment. Okay.
She said thank you and called him sir. That's interesting. Y'all talk about who worship who. That looks like a black male worship to me. Sir, a carjacker is sir. You already down on your fucking luck. I mean, look at that vehicle. It's dented up and you on a hood. Ain't no telling what she had to do to get that car. The way she was saying please, that was coming from her soul. Please. Please, you could feel the sorrow and the thought that she was losing her car.
Please don't take it, please, sir. Please don't take it. Thank you. Thank you.
Moving right the fuck along. Y'all are crazy.
But DZ, I bet if a Brad intervened and put that carjacker down, I bet they would be protesting and marching against him. So what do they want?
They want that car, apparently. I ain't heard that type of please in a long time. That was catching the Holy Ghost and
she was begging like Jane.
I mean, she was like, I mean, that was a deep soul please. That was moving. And you know how to say sir. But fuck the dude that's providing a business in your community. Ah, well, ladies, it is what it is. Y'all be safe out there. I'm headed to Discord to finish celebrating that goddamn Kevin Samuels death. Hey. See y'all on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
These mammies are a trip.